How do guys feel about a 90-day no physical intimacy rule? I mean, you are gonna have 99 of young men drop out, perhaps a bit less. So if you have a need to weed out lots of candidates, then this might help. Maybe a no sex or heavy petting 90-day rule would be a bit wiser. You should do what you feel comfortable with. If I like a guy, I have sex right away. I want to make sure we are sexually compatible, but that's what works for me. Hell no. As someone who's by now, after many years of relationship, XGF took over half a year to be ready for having sex, it really depends on how you signal it, and if he's willing to wait. If you are upfront and honest about it, you say you want it too, but aren't ready for it yet due to past experiences, etc., he's probably more understanding about it than with a fixed rule with no apparent reason behind it. Some men are quicker to get physical than others. For some, physical intimacy and lust are important ways to express and share their emotional intimacy and attractions, or they are just horny and want to do it with the woman they love instead of ye old handcrank, which means they just don't want to wait that long. People are different and have different priorities. All of the listed things are valid. You wanting to wait, him being willing or unwilling to wait. It is all just a matter of compatibility in your priorities. That's too long for me, TBH. I would feel like they were leading me on. Maybe for an asexual partner that could work though. It's a redundant rule to have a set amount of days. If I was going to just have sex with you and leave, I would. Same as if I was in it for the long haul. An arbitrary set time doesn't change what people feel for you. The whole idea is built upon having a foundation in your relationship. It's really easy to end up in shitty relationships because if you're fucking kissing too soon, then your body is releasing love chemicals. But how many relations fall apart right after limerence? I would only recommend this if you're dating intentionally. If you're looking to marry, have kids, etc. If you just want FWB, do it all. But think about it. During marriage there's gonna be times where you find your partner ugly, annoying, etc. Can't have sex, etc. Having a good foundation is more preventative. Good luck. I think it makes a lot more sense to just be open about being someone who's slow to be comfortable doing physical things. Do you feel like there's anything in particular that a specific 90-day boundary would provide that an honest conversation about your feelings wouldn't? I think very few people would be willing to wait around while a set quota of days passes. There's nothing wrong with you wanting to take things slow. You should do what's comfortable for you. Get to know people as just friends. That way you can be comfortable and you're not trying to impose your way onto someone else. Just don't take it hard that they are intimate with other people while you guys are getting to know each other as friends. I might want longer than the 90 days NGL, but I'm a self-admitted weirdo, definitely not typical. Nevertheless, I'd say if you're not comfortable doing things that quick, then wait until you are, and don't worry about who you're scaring off by taking things slow. I don't mind, I have to be comfortable with someone before doing that stuff anyway, so 90 days is a minimum to me. Do what you're comfortable with. If you're really not comfortable being intimate until that long, then go for it. There's still someone that would be down. But you will certainly be limiting your options if you're doing it just to avoid guys just looking for sex. It won't work. They'll still do it when you're comfortable. But don't play some silly game about withholding sex, because the guys that stick around aren't going to be any better than they would have otherwise. Best I can do is 5 days and a hand job. The reason why this isn't an effective strategy at getting men to invest is because we know that you're not applying this rule to men whom you find extremely physically attractive. As an older guy, I've been on both ends of this rule many times, enough times to know that I don't really have to wait for sex if I don't want to. So why would I? Until women can answer that question, men with options who also want sex have very little incentive to wait for you. Unfortunately, this becomes a race to the bottom for women to contend with. If you don't fuck him on his timeline, another woman will. Harsh, but I can't tell you how many times I've seen this play out in my life and the lives of my friends. Do what you're comfortable with. But just know that tall, wealthy, good-looking guys probably aren't going to willingly enter into a relationship where they are voluntarily ceding this much power and not even getting a good return on their investment. If you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Watch out. Forget about how random guys feel, lol. The right guy will be happy to respect your boundaries and get to know you. 3 months isn't even that long. I know women who didn't get physical for longer than that, and some even waited until engagement or marriage. I've had boyfriends wait for much longer than 3 months. It makes no difference to someone who is mature and really likes you and wants something real with you. He knows sex will come when everyone is ready for it. Prioritize yourself. Do what feels right and safe for you, and the right man will show up for you. Nah. What you describe is, as someone else said in the comments, a power move. A way to say I get to set rules here and you either abide by them, or you're out. As with any power move, the result will depend on the balance of power between you and the guy. If you are way out of his league, he might just happily wait. If he is out of yours, he might just shrug and say, well, I'm out, good luck. I'm fine with people needing time. Having an arbitrary rule like 90 days though is gross. Just tell people you need time and give them a ballpark estimate.